R.I.P.
Hello? Oh my god, we're back. Guys, it's the D&D. It's back. Hi, welcome back to Immersive Realms with me, your gracious host for this evening, and playing mega rent to be here, Matt with Power. How are we all this evening? Welcome back. I know we've been off for a little while. I fell behind, but we are now back and ready to rock your tiny little trainer socks off with some more Shadows We Fear. Shut up.
Okay.
So, I'd like to take a second to jump over.
My socks.
I'm sorry,
It was stuck in the internet for so long, it was so dark, and I was so afraid, and I just get hit with a shut up. I'm like, fair.
Well, she said a syllable, man. I fucking shot you down. Anyway, welcome back, and hello back to our lovely players. How are we, lovely players?
Lovely.
Hi.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Fantastic. I love the input you guys are making. It's fucking brilliant. I'll do the heavy lifting, don't worry. So,
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah, you.
thank you. I can bench myself. Anyway, glad to be back. Sorry about being away, but we are back now. And without further ado, I think we should jump straight back into the D&Diddlies. Unless, Andy, is there anything that we should know about Immersive Realms?
No, just that we're back, baby. Shadows We Fear on Friday. World of Erzia on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. That's it.
Get your fucking anime googly eyes ready. Shit's about to go real. But without further ado, let's jump in and see what's happening. So, bit of a bigger recap, just because it has been a period of time. Last we left off, our group had made it back to the coastal port city of Brazenfort, where some call home, some call just another city far away. You guys had managed to go back to Falcoris's family tavern, the Beacon's Blessing, to recuperate and wait out a large storm that had just rolled in overhead. During this, our resident cleric, Joel, had a vision, a weird, what's the word I'm looking for again? Like foresight thing, prophecy, maybe, potentially, about Raven Queen's previous champion called the Final Say, where he saw a blooded battleground, thousands before him dead, only one man standing, this shadowy figure. Panicked and slightly concerned, he decided that at 8 o'clock library, 8 a.m. the next day, because he needs the information right here, right now. Aided, of course, by Falcoris, Lavender, and Elleril, who decided to give help in this escapade. They broke into the library and found some information, but more importantly as well, found a gnarled, leathery goblin hand that came with a little pamphlet of deep warning and concern. Excuse me. About those who might use it may fall upon their worst nightmares. Joel picked it up and took it, it's fine. They went back to the family tavern and discussed and mulled over the information, Joel revealing the hand, and innocently said, "I wish for that table to disappear," pointing to one of the tables at the other side of the tavern, thinking how bad can it be. A few hours later, it turned out it was very, very bad, as they all awoke to the smell of smoke, ya bloke, as the tavern was unfortunately on fire. A large firefighting effort was established, with Joel using control water, Elleril, Falcoris chucking buckets of water, Lavender chucking buckets, and Calithir saving furniture, grabbing the tables and trying to pull them out. Unfortunately, the table in question lost the flames. As the fire marshals arrived to professionally tackle and put out the flames, a fight broke out between the group, understandably between Falcoris and Joel. I believe Falcoris threw the first punch, Joel then retaliated, Elleril tried to step in, got bodied himself, and the fight had to be separated by each other and marshals as well. The group then all unanimously decided we're not going to help the police at all and just refused to give answers. They were all promptly arrested and taken back to the cells, where they were then one by one interviewed about what's happened and what's going on. Some gave more information than others, some demanded to speak to Commander Harkin and would not say a peep since. Some were a bit more forthright, including Joel, who's very, very forthright, upon revealing that he wished upon a magic stone, which what caused the tavern fire, basically. But again, the marshals didn't get everything they were looking for, so you're being held still until Commander Harkin arrives. And that's where we left off. As you guys sit in the floor of your prison cells, some of you cross-legged, some of you staring at the ceiling, some of you looking up through the bars, some of you sharpening shivs. Now, we will jump time a little bit, where I will say over the course of the interviews and that sort of stuff, the fire broke out at 3 a.m. sort of thing. So by the time you fought the fire and been back to prison and had your interviews, it's now approaching probably like 6, 7 a.m. So if you guys want to catch up and sleep, I'll let you complete a long rest to catch up on any sleep. So any spell slots, hit points lost to the flames, heal up. And the day is yours from inside your individual cells. None of you are in a cell together. You're all opposite and adjacent to each other, so you can still see and communicate, but none of you are actually sharing a cell. What would you like to do, if anything? And again, by let me know if the audio levels are too up or down or whatever.
Of course, will be just lying there on his bed, hands at the head, and just lying there doing nothing, waiting.
No worries.
Gil's doing largely the same.
I'm sending you a message, Matt.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, here we go. Started again.
Here we go again.
I'm gonna burn the place down and commit arson. I'm a rogue, yeah. Fucking peasant.
Arson? Did someone say?
Make a
You
stealth.
calm down,
Make a general stealth check, please. Actually, no, I'd say either stealth or sleight of hand, but sleight of hand would probably be the better one.
It's
Try and
exactly the
conceal
same
it.
for me.
Fair enough.
Have expertise in both, so that is 19 plus 11, so 30.
You feel confident. You feel very confident.
Okay.
I'm just going to send you something back very quickly. Apologies, guys.
Secrets between the rogue and the DM, never good.
So, you guys...
I'm guessing it didn't work.
Or he just sent him a meme. It's
you... you guys wait out, and you wait for hours and hours. Now and again, the prison guards will come back and offer you all measly breakfasts, lunches, a dinner. As the day drags on, it is prison slop. It is not appealing. It's like the bare nutritional value to get someone through on the exact calorie count that the average body needs. You guys watch as the sunlight dips, lanterns are lit as night rolls in. You go to sleep. You wake up the next morning. Same morning routine happens again. A breakfast is served. It's mediocre at best. A lunch is served. And then before...
Prison food.
No, it's as a chef, it is disgusting. But before dinner comes around, you're starting to feel that little rumble in your tumbles of, it must be close to dinner time. And you can hear the door to the main prison open. And you hear the footfalls as a familiar the Tiefling Warden emerges. Mr. Zoran, got something for you.
Commander.
You'll see. And he approaches with a ring of keys and...
Walk out.
Come on. Do we need to manacle you, or are you going to behave?
I'll behave.
Alright then. And he walks you through. You hear him leading you. You walk in a few steps behind. He shuts your cell after you.
Mm-hmm.
And he escorts you out into one of the little waiting rooms where you sit down on the table. It's just yourself. It's the wooden table. You can see there's metal rings where if you might be manacled to the table if you were. But obviously you're not. And the same on the table legs. There's space for the manacle hoops. And you wait a minute. And then the warden nods and the other door opens. And a familiar face steps through. But not one you're looking for. Not the one that you're expecting. For a start, they're elven. You haven't seen them in many, many years. But immediately you can't help, I think, but smile. Correct me if I'm wrong. As your uncle steps through the door.
Well, if you're a sight for sore eyes.
What have you been up to then? And he says, coming in and sitting on the opposite side of the table from you.
And just looking about the room like... I was expecting somebody else, but I don't mind you being here.
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint. He sits
Oh.
opposite you.
And then I'll stand up and give him a hug from Thingley.
He comes over the table and gives you a big hug as well. It's one of those proper deep embraces where, because, you know, the hug is as long as you guys have been away. Instead of just a friendly hug, it's one of those hugs that lingers for a good few seconds before he finally lets you go and holds your upper arms quite tightly. Good to see you, boy.
It's good to see you, Uncle. It's about time.
Roll an insight check for me, please.
Not great. I can't remember what fuck course he says. Hey, been a while.
Old character, who dis?
Oh shit, my character sheet.
13.
For fuck's sake!
Sorry.
Sorry?
13.
13. He looks tired.
Mhm.
You can tell that he's got... His eyes are a little bit sunken in, and deep bags are under them. His hair is started to grey a little bit more than when since you last seen it. Even though being elven, you know, it shouldn't really grey that much, but still has, probably from stress or wherever he's been. But the main thing is he looks tired.
Look like
He
you've
sits
put on a
opposite
few
you.
100 years.
Feels like it. Quick promotions. I'm now captain of a ship.
I'll look over, look around, and then just... Free to talk? Too private? Too open?
Sure, I've got no secrets. Do you? You're the one that's in the cells. I'm alright.
The sales thing will get sorted, that's fine.
Alright.
And there's deeper shit going on. Shit that seems to be linked with what you were up to over in Alria.
Well, I hope not. Because that over there is a... It's a
Certain
place.
champion.
Alright then, you have news.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I don't know if he has a good time. I'm waiting for Commander Rocknurse to appear.
Right.
He's gonna get us out here. He fucking better. And then, once we're out here, we can get a bit of news. I presume you've seen the Beacon's Blessings gun.
Yeah, we came back to get a drink. So me and the boys are already starting to get some lumber together, and we're all chipping in what we can to get it back up. The community has really stepped forward. Mainly the sailors and workers who want to drink and want their watering hole back. But we'll have Buck up and running in no time, me and the boys. We're spending a lot of land time now. We've unanimously decided we're not going back.
Well, I appreciate it. And the group I'm rolling with, we're gonna have to find out what the fuck's going on with Alria and how it's connected to what I'm connected with. I don't think this is the best place to talk, truly.
Alright. Well, if you're sure. I'll do what I can to help when I speak to you, obviously. Just know that. Are you okay?
Well, since last time I seen you, quite a lot of shit's happened. Fuck, I can't even remember the last time I seen you and what you fucking know already. But, yeah, we'll get a catch up properly. What about you?
Sounds good. I've been better. You know, we went to our Rio and high hopes and spirits of doing a big rescue mission, and we've come back
Worse for
worse.
wear.
A lot worse. We lost ships. We lost a lot of men, women, refugees. I watched the country fall. I've been hastily promoted to captain when mine died. So that's fun.
Hey, it's about time you caught up.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Well, like I said, once
Well,
I get
I'll
out
be
here,
alright.
if you can, I don't know if you can, but you know Rocknusk, right? Commander Rocknusk?
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
if you can, get a word out to him and just tell him that our course is fucked up again, he's in a cell and he needs him.
Alright, I'll see if I can pass a word on.
Mine and my crew, the Twilight Company.
Your crew. Nice.
I'll
I'll tell
tell
it again then.
I'll tell you all about it when we're out.
Fair enough. Well, if you need me before I need you, come find me. I'll either be at the Beacon's Blessing trying to rebuild it, or you'll find me on my ship, the Melbreak.
Melbreak, right. Well, one of my members of the party, he'll probably have questions for you. He's quite involved
Alright.
with the D. But it's good to see you, Uncle Sam.
It's good to see you too, boy. I heard you were in here and figured I'd pay you a lovely little visit.
Hopefully not too long.
Hopefully not. I'll see what I can do with the commander. Sit tight.
Thank you. Talking a bit then.
I swear I thought you were past this age. And he stands up from the table.
Just because
I'm
I'm
not paying
half...
your bail this time.
No, just because I'm half your age doesn't mean it. Come on. I've got to catch up to you somehow, right?
You've got some learning to do still, young one. And he taps you on the shoulder and sit tight, like I say. I'll be back as soon as I can.
See you in a bit.
And with that, he gives you one final nod and takes his leave out the room. The warden sort of just sits, he's been in the room the whole time, just listening. Family? It's always good to see them.
Not blood, but basically.
Fair enough. Family's complicated, but you choose yours. That's what I like about it.
I'm still waiting for Rocknusk.
I sent the word out like you requested. He just hasn't replied back yet.
Alright.
Pound on harder. I did send it out, we just haven't heard back from him at all. So if
Fair
your
enough.
uncle can try and catch him and bring him quicker, all the better. Means I get my cells back.
Well,
Right.
once Rocknusk is here, we'll be out here. Anyways, back to the cell.
Back to the cell. And he escorts you back, pulls you in, locks the door,
And I go back to him in my possession.
back to your position. All your dinners are served. Lavender, this evening there's mysteriously 2 glasses of water instead of just 1. It's weird. I'm not bitter, you are. And again, night falls. The next day is, by the way, during this time, is anything anybody wants to do in this time whilst this meeting's happening? You have a whole day and probably maybe another one. Who knows? Hee hee. No.
Praying for a level up.
No. The more you pray, the less XP you get.
That's not how faith works.
How bad faith works. But eventually, you find sleep. The next day rolls over, and you can tell by this point there's no glass in the windows, just the bars. You can tell the storm has now passed. Just now light showers might roll in here and there, but the battering winds and the torrential rain has ceased. But it takes another day or two before finally, in the morning, as you guys are all actually woken up by the sounds of the doors being flung open, the warden returns back, the handsome tiefling man. Right. Commander's here to see you all. Are you all going for this meeting, or is it just a few of you?
I'll see him first.
Alright. Popular one.
Oh.
Comes over, shuffles, unlocks your door. Follow me, please. You know the way.
Yeah, walk away again.
And you go back to the waiting room again, and again, same procedure. You go first. They sit you down, make sure you're not gonna be a dick, and then they let the commander in. And he walks in, very
Commander.
standing up tall and proper, chest puffed out,
When he comes in,
perfect, pristine
I
posture.
do the whole soldier thing of stand up and salute him as he walks in, half lazily, typical like Captain fucking Valkoris Zoran does.
Yep.
Commander.
He sort of walks in, stands at the other side of the table for you. Straighten up.
It's been a while, Commander.
If you're going to salute properly. Then straighten
Okay, there you go, sir.
up. There we go. Now, what's the meaning of all this?
Sit down. That mission you sent us on for the lucky hand. And I'll give him a look.
His eyes narrow so slightly. Mm-hmm.
Well, we achieved
about
it, sir, but there's been a misunderstanding between us all, and we ended up in here. So, if you don't mind, if you could tell the warden that we're on a mission, and we're ready to get the fuck out of here so we can carry on and make sure that the rest of Lornathal is safe.
He sort of looks over at you, looks back at the warden. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Please roll low. It'd be really funny.
No, I've not rolled low. I've rolled really fucking
What's
high.
his sentence?
Where's my
8 years.
persuasion? Where's my
So
persuasion?
well.
All
Double it
right.
and give it to the next person.
22.
22. Perfect. He just gives you, like, with his eyes, that very subtle nod. Warden, my apologies. There has been indeed some miscommunication and misunderstanding. I'm sure that you'll happily let my friend here and his comrades go. Well, you see, they kind of were involved in a tavern fight. No, you will let them go. All expenses paid for. I mean, I haven't got... You will let them go, Warden. As you wish, Commander. Of course. I'll go organize it now. I'll need to fill some paperwork. No, send the paperwork to my office. None of it here today. I will deal with it later. I mean, you got a fucking slow response time, but fair enough. I will send it all out to you, sir. And we will deal with it in due time.
Can we have a room?
Indeed. The commander just looks at the at the warden. Sure, why not? And he points to the other guard who leaves through the door the commander came through.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on here, Falcoris?
There's been more developments that's been going on. Obviously, we've been chasing this whole fucking thing with the fucking Shadow Elves. Well, turns out Joel has been in fair contact with the fucking Raven Queen. And with that, he decided to try and contact the Raven Queen or find out more about her. And, well, he decided the best place would be the library. Instead of waiting for the morning, he decided to be hasty and went in through the night. And we came across this fucking hand. This... You probably know about it, you probably know what the fuck it is.
I've heard loosely about it, but...
Yeah, well, the fucking thing works.
Oh, right.
Because Joel decided to test it. But he tested the Beacon's Blessing. And I don't know if you've seen where the Beacon's Blessing used to stand.
Oh, I trust me, I've seen the news, and I've lent some coin to help.
Yeah, so, well, let's put it this way. I was a little bit pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
We broke in to fight me and Joel. That's when the warden appeared. We got arrested, thrown in a cell.
Right.
But, right now, shit's moving fast. The Creed are on a move. This Alria nonsense seems to be linked with the fucking Raven Queen. I need to have you and any council members from Alria, plus my uncle there. We need to have a meeting, we need to sit down and we need to lay out what the fuck is I know and what the fuck they know. Because right now, from what I gather, the Raven Queen thinks that what's happening with over in Alria is distracting her, and that's the reason why the Shade of fucking Kai are on an uprising right now, because she's diverted attention. Fucking deity as well. But yeah, shit's moving fast and we need to move fast. It's the only reason why I didn't sit and serve my fucking time. Not that I've ever served my time and always called you in, but that's another matter.
A debt I will want paid at some point.
Yes, you know.
However,
I'm here for it.
This is urgent. You did the right thing reaching out.
It took you so long.
I've been busy with the returning councilmen and the refugees of Alria trying to organize this all. Our whole country has fallen, has come to us for help. I'm trying to organize the best I can. Your paperwork got lost, unfortunately. They just sent me a fucking letter. I didn't pay attention to it, I'm not gonna lie. I felt those more pressing matters until I finally read it.
No, that tracks. I understand. Fair enough. But yeah, I'll go get the others.
Gather your guys. Meet me at my office.
Alright. In a bit. Commander.
He just stands up immediately, that just turns and walks out the room.
I'll chap for one of the guards, or the warden.
The one just opens the door. Can I come in now?
Yes, you can come in, and I would like all of our stuff returned, and us out the cells so we can get the fuck out of here fast.
I've already got everything organized, just follow me.
Thank you.
And he walks to, and you guys will see that Falcoris comes back with the warden in tow, but instead of getting put into his cell, Falcoris stands in the corridor, and one by one your doors are all unlocked, opened. You'll find all your gear in the next room, laid out on the table, everything you came with, nothing's been or meddled with. It's all as you found it. Or as we found it, sorry.
Thank you very much. Alright, lot.
Please stay out of here.
I don't know if you know my name yet, but I've been in here a fair few times. Always misunderstandings. It's always weird, that one. Come on, guys.
You're always innocent. With that, you'll walk in. Does anyone want to stay? Does anybody enjoy their time?
I'll finish my sentence.
What's my sentence? 6 years, double it and give it to the next person. You can do that? Man's a genius. But you all get your things, and as one promised, excuse me, it's all there, not neatly laid on the table, but you know, there will be like the bags like clumped together, your weapons just laid out on them. You gather your stuff, and sure enough, you do a quick inventory count. None of your shit's missing. Apart from who last had the hand? I think it was Joel.
It was, no, I
It
gave
was
it to.
confiscated from Joel.
Yeah, I take it from
No, it
Joel
was
and
me.
gave it to Kilogorm.
It was Ellerman. Perfect. No worries. So Ellerman. No worries. But you all leave, and you find yourselves outside the prison in the early morning sunlight. You can tell that there's threat of rain clouds rolling in, but for the most part, everything seems to be dry for the meantime. The floor beneath has that wet cobblestone look to it, but it's peaceful right now.
I'll instantly turn to Joel. I've set a fucking meeting for the council members of Alrea and the crew that was there, the whole army, so you can get your fucking answers. Right now, we're on a working relationship. Everything else right now, Joel, don't ask me for fucking anything. I'll turn. If you follow me, Commander Rocknusk is waiting.
Joel will just raise an eyebrow and follow along
Fair enough. And
with a
follow
little,
along he
with a little,
does.
with a little smile as he goes.
Nothing. Anybody else up to anything much? You want to say anything? Now that you guys have got your taste of freedom. That's a bit too.
How long were we in jail
that.
for, by the way? How long
You were
we
in jail for 3.5 days.
3.5.
So that was the wrong ambience there. Sorry, do apologies.
Look at that cart, just went fucking by like a fucking freight train.
Jesus.
What the fuck's a freight train? Don't know.
The Fastest and the Furious is what was.
Could be worse. If you listen closely, you can hear there's a music festival somewhere nearby.
It's the Transmission Festival.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to last for another few days.
This is,
Queue in the park.
You're in the bar. Fuck off.
I'll turn to Falcors and just is this a meeting something you want us all to be privy to?
Yeah, I think we all have to be there.
Oh. And then lead the way.
Oh no. Go.
And Joel grab some food on the way. It's been
As you
prison
guys
slot
walk
for
in,
like
yeah.
3.5 days.
His tumble do the rumble. Yeah, as you guys are walking, there was plenty of little markets, street vendors, quick, easy food to grab, street meat sort of stuff. You know, it's nothing too exquisite. It's not nothing too exquisite, but it will do. Sort of thing. It'll feel better than the fucking prison food anyway. And obviously you have a choice of, you know, vegetable, fruit carts, more pastry-based things and that sort of stuff. You know, your morning break,
Something
fresh
with
breads. Yeah,
Something
fair
with
enough.
meat.
You get your fucking McDonald's breakfast menu. You
As
get
Ron
that.
Swanson says, part of a dead animal, dealer's choice.
Little hash brown on the side. It's great. But with haste, I take it you guys are making it up to the Parliament offices of the Upper District in Brazenfort.
Yeah, I'll be going whatever Rocknusk would be.
Mm-hmm. As you mentioned, he's going to be in his office. You know where to find that. Easy enough. A place, obviously, where you've been many a time in your life and days and working underneath him. And sure enough, you make your way there, and as you enter the receptionist, who was normally asked what your purpose is, just simply points you towards his room. There's no
Thank you.
sort of given the heads up in advance. And you make your way to there. The doors, the thick, nice door is currently shut. You rap it with your fingers. And the door opens. And there's fucking beautiful music inside. Apparently, he's got his little fucking. What's that like?
You're enjoying
old-school
yourself in
speaker?
there.
What's the old school
Little
speaker? Like the big
band in the-
fucking brass thing?
What do you call that again?
HMV?
Dictaphone.
Gramophone?
Gramophone.
Gramophone,
Yeah,
Gramophone.
that's the one.
He's sitting there with his gramophone. Oh yes, the classics.
Beethoven.
Beethoven.
It's actually just three halflings in the corner with instruments.
He's got his fucking quartet there, man.
Commander, what the fuck? Whatever.
I like
Also the
this
cat
calming
lady.
music. This is a terrible time. I like the calming music. The people of Aria really know how to throw a party. What can I say?
Would it be futuristic music for them rather than classical?
Definitely not. They are weird people.
Because
Silly seconds. Sorry, I've completely fucked. You can tell it's been a while because I haven't got any fucking music prepared that I thought I was gonna have.
That's alright if you listen closely. Night Horror's still on.
Fuck off. I don't know what that means.
Sorry, he hasn't been invented yet, has he?
No, he's not been invented yet. He's not been invented. No one's been invented.
Jesus Christ.
The only thing that's been invented is macaroni and cheese. That's the thing.
It's world peace. One Direction hasn't been formed yet.
So, you enter the room, and on the other side of the desk is Commander Harlan Rockness. He sits there, head in his resting on his thumbs, fingers to the tip of his nose. And in this room as well, you can see there are two people currently sat. A very, very old dwarven man and a middle-aged human woman. They're dressed very fancily. There's no two ways about it. However, what they wear, you can tell has been tarnished. Rips where they haven't been quite stitched yet. Stains, some red, some black, some ash. And they themselves look haggard and tired. They probably haven't slept in a little while. And as you enter the room, all of you, they all sort of look around and give you a slight little nod. And the commander, this is one of my people investigating. Please, come in, all of you.
Sorry for the haste.
up-
Oh, sorry, you go.
I was just gonna say I would take up a position close to the door, standing, maybe against a wall.
Sorry for the haste. Just matters are requiring it.
Of course. Matters are pressing, that's for damn sure. Well, allow me to introduce you to who we have here. On my left, you will meet Councilman Badad Chainmace. And the dwarven individual gives a very deep, respectful bow. He is one of the surviving elders of the 5 quarters of Slee. And to my right, you'll meet the only other surviving parliamentary member, Famira Heavymace. And she again,
Famira what, sorry?
Heavy Mace, like the words
Famira.
in one.
Heavy mace.
These are the last 2 surviving parliamentary members of the 5 quarters of Slee, the government of Alria.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine.
I'm Falcoro Silrin. And then I'll go through and then I'll introduce everybody. I will get to Kelligorm and go, this is Kelligorm, and continue on.
Yep, there's a slight pause.
Checking through all his aliases, he's got like a flip book, like, which alias?
Check the calendar, see what he is today. But yeah. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you all, and sorry to burden you with our country's troubles.
I think the best person to talk on behalf is probably Joel here. With his experiences. And I'll look at Joel and just kind of nod forward.
I'll just shrug and just right, let me get my notebook up. Where are we at? Just need to check what my last thing was about this. Right. You'll do Joel again. Sarcastic. So, I understand you had some trouble.
Great start.
You're finally awake.
You were trying to cross the border. Sorry, I can't remember how to do Joel.
It's just your voice but deeper, man.
No, but I mean, what he's how Joel?
It's just you? What are you kidding?
Just channel being a dickhead, and there you go.
Just spit on the councilman, you're off to a good start.
Your family's dead.
There you go. You're already in there.
I'll start with when you were over there, did you hear anything about a champion?
Quite. That came later. At first we had a necromantic uprising. zombie skeletons are like attacking the eastern side of Alria. Now, have any of you been to Alria or seen it on a map?
Seen it on a map, never seen it in person.
No, so for those who don't know,
Would I have ever been?
no, you wouldn't have been though, but again, you'd have definitely heard or seen. But for those who don't know, and he gestures towards the commander, he pulls out a large world map, and he points to Alria. Now, Alria is not quite as far north as East Southbourne for reference count here, but it is far to the west and, well, northwest at that point then. Thank you. It's and what you see is 3 islands. They're so like almost shaped like a pair of lungs, and there's 2 lungs in the middle and 1 circular island perfectly in the middle of the 2 larger land masses. Alria was once one large island, but this point here, and he points the circular one in the middle, is a volcano that once erupted, split the land in 3. The right side of Alria is largely uninhabited, of feral wildlands where no one really treads. To the left side of Alria is where we all live, apart from the volcano. That's where the council stays. Stop guiding in player ships.
We're making
Confuse the
fun of
pirates.
you.
I know you are, but I'm just getting on with the fucking RP.
Fucking-
Thanks for coming along, guys. It's been an absolute fucking pleasure DMing. World of Azure this Sunday.
I've got too many props on my desk. Carry on.
Andy started it. Blame him.
So, do you need me to repeat what I was saying? Pet, you
No, we heard.
Commander.
Okay, no.
you keep bad company. I know. They've been in prison. Let them have their fun. Anyway, the volcano is where the council is set in the capital city of Slee, the 5 quarters of Slee. But the left side of the island, as I mentioned, is where all the trouble started. There's a kingdom there. I say kingdom, it's literally a capital city that used to surrender in the olden days. Been granted independence. Morim, it's called. And that was where things started to go bad. Rumors of the uprisings. Excuse me. The religious hub, the city of Drek, tried to step in, formed an army. However, the army wasn't quite strong enough, and Morim was under, not attack, but siege. Unfortunately, we weren't quick enough, and Morim very, very quickly fell. We'd hoped to contain, perhaps a border or a line around them, but our efforts weren't good enough. We were. Well, he looks back to Joel. That's when the champion came. The final say. They didn't stand a chance, those we sent. Battalion upon battalion fell. And the undead just marched over. When it was clear that the Irons...
lose to an army of undead.
It wasn't the undead we feared. It was the final say.
He's as good as the legends say them.
Worse. The female steps up. We looked him up in records to see what he could do. I'm one of the chief arcanists, and I've got a bit of knowledge. So when I heard the word final say, or the name final say, I started to do a little bit of digging. Learned, obviously, the former champion of the Raven Queen. What the books didn't mention was a unique ability that he had. He can null magic, should he choose to. So when we were talking about our clerics trying to step up and intervene, even through their godly powers, they found themselves cut off.
Did you have any clerics of the Raven Queen?
There aren't that many.
But did you have any?
I mean, we had clerics from all over, so I don't specifically know if we recruited exactly. Drek is a religious hub, and we just called upon anyone that would call to aid. There is a temple there.
So I just get some clarity. He can null magic that's divine in nature.
Yeah.
Magic.
We
from
also
above.
had wizards who all of a sudden found their spellbooks useless to them. Sorcerers who can cast spells from their own magic within. had hands of a mortal, and prayers went unanswered.
Does he have any magic that you know
Yes.
of, other than his ability to know magic?
So from what we could tell from reports, he can null magic, teleport, and move with unnatural speed. Is what the reports are saying anyway from survivors.
What did he want? Just to kill everyone?
He
I understand he's got his misguided
We-
religious crusade, but
never had a motive, so I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I wish I knew. But there was no conditions given, no
no
one's heard him
demands.
speak. It was just a slaughter. So as my friend was saying, when we started to fall, we fell back to sleep. Told everyone we could. It wasn't good enough. The armies captured our port cities and took hold of navy ships, built their own garrisons, and launched their own attack on Slee. Thankfully, we'd already got word out, and that's when your lovely country, Lorenthal, stepped in and evacuated us. They initially came to fight, but we told them, don't lose your men, fall back. So they rescued who they could and lost a great deal in the process. And they rescued another fraction, if that, of Faria. The whole country's...
Did the
Birds
necromancers have any demands? Were they? Who was in charge? The question was the final say leading it? Were the necromancers leading?
Reports are a bit fuzzy on that one. There's two. One being the final say, but there's rumors of a blue dragon leading the charge. But again, those are sporadic, and I don't know if the dragon was flushed out or was leading them, or... But there was a couple points where dragon was shortly behind.
Do you know what direction the dragon was heading?
She was heading, last we were told, towards overseas south. Was the last
South.
report we had. Overseas south.
Well, that's not our problem then.
No, that's our problem.
Wait, it's our
Joel,
problem.
We had
Are we to the
dragons
south?
flee north.
You guys are to the southeast. If it's northwest, you guys are southeast.
Oh, okay, no, it's still a problem then.
Yeah.
I thought we were like, no, it's our problem.
Joel,
No, that'll be into the north one, yeah.
tell them about your experiences as well.
I've had a few visions from the Raven Queen about this champion.
Okay.
I can't speak much to his motivations, but from what she said, he used to just be a mortal, and she chose him as his champion, and he served her well until he gained essentially free will, went rogue. He, in his own misguided way, he thought he was serving her. He killed anyone who didn't. Hang on, what have I written here? He killed anyone who didn't follow her in her name. He claimed it was for her. But that was before she killed him, so maybe now she wants revenge, or he wants revenge, sorry. She split his soul into 3 pieces: armor, helmet, and sword. Did he have all 3?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, fuck.
And that would make sense because he led his armies to Drek, I say the religious hub. All the temples were burned, but the Raven Queen temple was leveled. And I mean
he's-
destroyed.
He wants revenge then.
There's definitely something personal behind it.
There's another factor in play.
Do tell.
I don't know how much Commander Rocknurse has told you. And I'll look at Rocknurse and look at them. Right now, we seem to be on the brink of an invasion from another plane.
Another plane?
The Shadowfell.
Oh, good heavens.
Right now, what's happening in your country, in your nation, is a perfect diversion to take the Raven Queen's eyes away from her own fucking realm. And her own realm's now uprising and trying to spill into this one.
So the dwarf, you're in contact with the Raven Queen. Tell her to put her focus back then.
It's not
I don't
that
know.
simple.
Yeah, I don't know if you're a godly man, but deities are complicated.
Well, what does that mean then?
We're on our own.
So is the Raven Queen going to take back our country for us?
I don't think she can. I think her plane's in full revolt. I don't think she has much of a force anymore.
You said that
Her
she
whole
killed.
armies, everything's rebelled.
She killed the champion before. She can do it again, surely.
It wasn't so much a killing, it was more. She
Yeah.
split his soul.
Well, either way, he
Yeah.
wasn't around anymore. She could do it again, surely.
Matt, just to clear up something,
Hello.
in your world, is there a divine gate type aspect?
You kinda, yeah. There's a divine gate aspect where the gods have a barrier that separates between mortals and.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but during the time that she split his soul, that was the time that the gods could walk on the plane.
Very much so.
That was before the time that the gods decided to leave the plane. She can no longer set foot.
We've got to factor in as well if her attention split, she's weakened on two fronts, not just the one she decides to focus on.
Question is, did these events coincide by planning or by coincidence? Did the Shader Kai have an uprising because this was happening and they saw an opportunity, or is there something, maybe a mutual work going on here?
The final say meets the great reclaim.
And then they decide to... I don't...
Oh.
Do the Shader Kai hate the Raven Queen, though? I know they're in open revolt, but do they want her gone? Or do they just want to change how things are done?
Well, the ones we met, they seem convinced they were acting on her behalf, in her best interests.
So wouldn't they be natural enemies of the final so who wants to annihilate everything to do with her?
At the same time, the information's different. Remember, we got talking to them. There's one person that is now trying to revolt against the Raven Queen to give them better circumstances, better living, and they think it's on this plane, and that's why the Shader Kai are coming here. It's because they wanted to take over this plane for better living rather than living in that fucking hellhole. The dragons. Why are the dragons part of this?
So, dragons.
Yeah, we now
Unless
know
you
about
have the-
three different dragons.
Oh, good. I think I wasn't wise
There
coming
was-
here anymore. You calm yourself. It's a lot safer than he's making it sound, I know, but...
It's really not.
Joe, I'm trying to keep politics civil here.
Well, how about we just say fuck the politics and be honest?
They're weird dragons. A very arachnid nature came through the last time Shadow Kai invaded. Lavender hair, I bring one of them down. The other one fled north. Very suddenly, that it wasn't like it felt like it was rooted in battle. It was almost as if it was called.
And we heard word about a red dragon heading north from here. And now
There
your
was one in
dragon.
Castamese.
Yeah, I've had word from Castamese, actually. The dragon never came back. They are now completely open. Their front doors are... You can walk into the kingdom should you wish. There are celebrations in the city of Castamese, as their dragon siege is now over, as they called it, but there are some skeptics amongst them, wisely so.
The dragon's moving like that. It's connected somehow. I just don't know how.
So, just to summarize, we've got a dragon threat, an imminent invasion from another plane, and an army of undead led by an unkillable champion. All at the same time.
Well, no disrespect to you two. They are overseas right now. I don't see them as a more immediate threat than this dragon problem. If they can stay in Alaria, we can reclaim it another day. We need to make sure that our borders are safe first to keep these people who we just brought in also safe. And our road, of course.
But
Fuck.
what if they decide they don't stay put in Alria? You said they were. I'll look at the two people, and sort of. You said they were capturing ships. They captured your port cities and your ships.
There was
Could that mean an invasion, or could that mean they were just preventing your evacuation?
Well, it was an invasion of Slee, bearing in mind against the capital was the Southern Islands, so they had to come by water. But there's nothing stopping them. There are seaworthy vessels out there. I mean, lots of them were just, shallow water-based vessels, but there are ships in that harbour still that are probably capable of deep-sea travel. Oceanic transportation is something in their possession. They could slowly move some army across. But if you intercept them on the water, we'll let the navies deal with that. We can keep
So
our
an invasion on
ships.
land, an invasion on air, and an invasion by sea.
We can keep the sea and air at bay. That's fine. We can defend our borders externally. I'm worried about the internal threat to our lands.
Can you though? I mean, the capital was nearly destroyed by two dragons. Two sort of dragons. If there are more,
Now that they haven't got the jump on us, hopefully, we can be a bit more alert. Hopefully as well. I don't want any more fucking dragons around. That's for damn sure. But concerningly, the Creed have approached us to lend a hand. They've said.
oh, you can trust them.
An
Can I,
agreement
though?
was made.
Right.
They're self-interested, but in this moment of time, their self-interest align with the people of Lornthal.
All right then. I've got a few letters I can respond back to, saying that I'll accept the help.
Desperate times.
They only respond to what was her name again? Fuck, where's your mother's name? Fuck. It's been a while.
Marie.
Why do we always
Marie.
forget her? Yeah.
Silver Song, yeah.
Yeah. Only respond to Marie Silverzall. She's the only one you can trust within the Creed right now.
Fair enough.
They need help. When they've received their help and they've accomplished their goals that they want, then they in return are going to help us with this invasion.
So that's something that we need to do first. We need to help this Creed first. And this Miss Silversong.
Unfortunately so, the timings of all this is all fucking fucked.
And what
Pardon
do they
my
need
French.
help with?
I don't know what French is, but pardon it
What is
anyway.
a France? What is a France?
I don't know,
Pardon my Alrian.
but pardon it anyway.
What's their, what
Everyone
are
in
they?
Alrias now speaks French.
What did the Creed want?
Civil war.
They
They
don't
have a
know
bit of a
what to
civil
do.
war.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Yes.
So let's add on underground organization civil war to my fucking list of things to watch out for.
Yeah,
And is this a war that's undergoing, about to happen?
about
What's
to
happening?
happen.
Very, very imminent.
All right. And do we know who our
Unfortunately-
allies are?
Silversong and her crew. Everybody else you don't trust.
Silversong very much played her hand during the last attack on Bafmar.
I heard about the airship.
She's essentially put herself out in the open. I would expect an attack soon, if I'm honest.
Right. I did hear that she did help ultimately defend the city with that airship, so she must be somewhat trustworthy, I'm guessing. Or at least somewhat true to her word at the very least.
That's the hope. We need as
Well,
many
yeah,
allies as we can get.
Self-interest,
How
as
do
long
we
as know
help?
what she needs.
Well, how do we help her then?
Good question.
Whatever kind of manpower she needs, any sort of resources to help her. She'll be
She's
going
not
into.
requesting anything at the moment.
Hang on. Fucking police call again. Hey man, it's been a
Great
while.
Everby. The Great Everby's one to
The
split.
Great Everby, yeah. She's gone into the Great Everby.
Okay.
That's where our target is.
All right.
There's also, not to add to the list, there may
Okay.
be some Shader Kai soldiers still running about somewhere. Some
Oh,
of
I
the ones
have.
who fled the city, there's a Shader Kai commander somewhere. We believe capturing her may give us answers.
I had no doubts of Shadakai in our midst, but we'll keep an eye out definitely.
That commander, we managed to convince one of the Shader Kai that a deal could be made rather than a war. But he's just a foot soldier. We need someone higher up if we're going to get any kind of
Answers.
sway.
Yeah. Fuck.
Foot soldier can hardly broker a deal on behalf of an entire nation.
I understand that.
Not well.
Wow.
Not to get
This is
too far
zealous.
off track. But I think a worthy quest in itself is sending a scouting party to the north.
We need eyes on those dragons.
Thunderbrands have been active. We need to find out what those dragons are and what they're doing.
Easily done. I can easily organize a small team to go and scout the north and try and find something out there. Problem is, we sort of left the north unattended due to the Thunderbrands. We sort of had to not go there anymore. But I can send some folk up.
Thunderbrands are a problem that we're going to have to deal with very, very soon.
You know,
Just
honestly, they seem like
mental,
such small fish right now.
They do.
It's mental thing. Years ago, they were my bigger. Now,
The small
they're at the bottom
fish
of my
are
list.
the ones you've got to watch out for at times.
You can't leave the cancer to lie.
A few problems building up here.
just
We
a
know
few.
we have some intel that they may have taken over the monastery. I've had their eyes on there. They've been north,
Okay.
but it's not too clear.
Well,
So if
shit.
you are said to men to scout out this dragon situation,
Monastery's a
maybe
good place
keep a
to
wide
start.
berth. Or that at least.
No, I'd like to see what's happening there.
That's basically the information we have.
Wow.
Summarize, we're fucked.
Summarize, there's a lot of fronts that we have to be keeping our eye on.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our errand to run, and then we'll be joining the Creed.
May I ask what this errand is?
Personal matter.
Repaying a debt.
Suit yourselves. Anything I can do to help?
Just keep a fucking eye out.
Well, what I'll do is I'll send some scouts up north as you requested. Probably a couple of teams. One to the monastery, and then one's further north. Trying to find out a little bit of what's going on there with those dragons. Might send some teams to Castamese to get more information there as well. I guess now they've opened again. See if there's anything we can glean. Excuse me. And yeah, I'll gather an army and get them ready for a civil war.
One more thing. This is more
Okay.
personal to me and you, Commander.
Oh, fair enough then.
Bucky. I don't know if you know his state,
He's dangerous, but he's back.
but do you know why?
Don't know why he's back. No.
He's obsessed with the Shadowfell, and for some odd reason he can sense traces of it. I don't know how. If this is all going to start coming through, Bucky's going to lose his fucking plot, and he does not spare whoever it is. And I'll kind of shoot a glance towards Kelligorm.
Well, I'll say as well, he may be possibly the best tool we have in figuring out where an attack's going to happen.
He was in the Shadowfell for a bit. He talked to a few people, and one person let him out. Bucky could be a key. But the problem is,
It's Bucky.
Bucky.
Well,
I
he swung by after saying he met up with you, and I'm keeping tabs on the since. He's laying low. He's with Amar, safe, sound.
Mar
I'm
will keep
keeping
him
tabs on him.
just heightened.
went into the Shadowfell for less than 6 seconds. and he could smell it off me. He shot me all the way through Lawrenceville.
I'm sorry that you had to deal with Bucky in that light.
Wait,
He's actually a very bright and intelligent man.
No,
Bucky
It's
could
incredible.
track the captain.
probably our greatest resource in the moment.
Fuck though.
Do you think you could track the dragon?
He could track anything that's got traces of Shadowfell on it.
If
Or a
he
little bloodhound?
consistently followed us, and
I'd say the captain would be the priority over the dragons. Send them after them first, or at least to find them.
don't get me wrong, I take great pride in my ability to stay quiet, stay hidden. It was impressive.
He's an impressive man.
If you do, Commander, if you do let him out in the wild, you need to make sure our mask sticks to him like fucking glue, because he will kill anything that has a Shadowfell trace on it. Anything. If we're trying to be diplomatic, he's not going to give a fuck. He's going to, with his new little toy that he's got.
Yeah, I saw that. Unique.
But I think we need to let him go. I do. I think he's key to helping us.
I think you're right. Where are you going to send him then after this rogue commander or these dragons or something else even?
Right now, I think we should try and find this commander, captain, elf.
All right.
If we can get them and we can sit down and have a chat with them, it might help us a bit. We might be able to get more information that we can use to let Bucky go sniffing about. If they don't give us anything, then the dragons, because we need to find out what the fuck they're up to.
I'll still send my teams, but I guess Bucky's coming out of his cage.
Alright, well, I'll turn to
He'll
Kelagorn.
He'll go to Kelagorn, you be careful.
I was just about to say the same thing. We need to keep an eye on our shoulders now. If Bucky's back out, as much as I've warned him to not hurt anybody near my side,
It seemed regretful, at least the last time.
right. Well, Commander and Elders, thank you for your time. I thought it would be best that we could share the information that we have so everybody knows where we're footing. Commander, I presume you'll run this up and start making plans.
I'll run this up the chains with the queen and everything else I can do to strings.
If you need us, then we'll be the Green Forge Forest for a little bit.
Alright. Well, it's dangerous out there, so be careful, of course. But I don't have to tell you that. I've seen you there plenty of times.
It's dangerous everywhere now, Commander.
Well, I won't give you too much longer then. Before I let you go, is there anything else I can do for any of you?
Do you have that pen I gave you?
Yeah?
Give me a piece of paper.
Slides over a blank paper towards you.
I just write a thing of like, it's essentially just a letter saying he's operating under House de Soto, and then seal it, just a little bit of wax, just in case.
Just in case. Stay safe, you guys. The road is dangerous. Times are fucked. Falcoris, if I see your ass in jail again in the next 6 months, you are not getting bailed out this time.
I'm pretty sure you said that last time, Commander.
It's been more than 6 months since then, you know, this time period. And also, just to let you know, I'm sending whatever resource I can to help rebuild your family tavern. I know how much it means to you and the people of this place, so least I can do to help.
My Uncle Sam's also helping.
I heard, yeah, they came back and wanted to drink. Good. I've got the owners, your family up in one of my places.
Alright.
Live a life of luxury while they can.
Well, until our next meeting,
Until we meet again, stay safe.
Commander.
Captain.
I'll stop
Okay.
at that, and then just kind of walk. I'll walk out, and I'll leave the rest of them now. But he'll go outside. Fuck course, he'll just go outside and like lean up against the wall and wait for him to come out.
No worries.
I just respectfully address the council members. I'll address the dwarf and dwarvish, the human in English sort of thing, and then
Mhm.
rock nurse as well before I take my leave.
Joe will give a very John nod and then just walk out.
Yeah, not a downwards nod, you know, like the respectful one. It's just a.
Like,
So bitch. My lady, the sir. No. Count the lavender. Anything you guys want to do, say, or action upon?
Just an awkward bow, not sure what he should do. Just a very awkward sort of bow.
So what the fuck is royalty? Still
Yeah,
doesn't understand.
Still don't know. Nobody's explained it well enough to Calandria yet.
He's but a simple backstreet boy.
Just
All
doesn't
right.
make sense to him.
I love the idea that Calendar is literally an ambassador right now, and he just has no idea what he's doing.
He's trying to set up his own fucking tribe. He's like, I don't fucking know. The House of
Who knows,
Iron.
man? What the fuck? What is that?
You guys will take your leave. As you say, Falcoris is posted up outside, leaning against the wall. A long pipe out of his mouth.
Yeah. Of course, doesn't smoke.
Where's Toby and all the Shire?
Somewhere's Genji.
I don't know your plans.
Throckmorton.
Didier Farmer Sonberg, are you looking again?
I don't know about your plans. But I'm gonna go and see my family. And tomorrow, in the morning, I'll be at the Beacon's Blessing. And we set out.
We heading for the Green Gulch then?
Yeah. I've got
Yeah.
a fucking witch to talk to.
How many horses do we have again?
Oh Jesus! Now you're
We,
fucking
we,
asking.
have
didn't, we didn't
horses.
leave.
You have horses.
We
yeah, you
gave them
stabled
back,
them.
right? Stay on them.
I think you stabled
Are
them.
we still paying rent on those? 'Cause
I feel like we gave them back. I feel like we gave them back to
It's
Rocknurse,
been
isn't it?
so long.
Oh,
I'd
Chorus.
say
We'll check into
Have
the
we not
stables
been-
of the military and be like, Captain Falcoris Zilrin, I need, what,
Alright.
5
Oh, so glad
Have-
we-
horses?
But we've been walking everywhere.
Yeah.
Sure, we got
walked
some
from
horses you
half
can take.
I will collect them in the morning.
Alright.
We-
Thank
we
you.
walked
I'll get them
from half
sailed
an hour.
up.
Thank you. You knew it.
Pleasure. Yeah. I'm in my summer jobs. Apprenticeships.
Sure.
Acne riddled teenage face.
Yeah.
He's trying to grow a beard, but it's just little ginger pubes sticking out his shit at this point. It looks like it's not.
And
he's not-
Falcoris will see that and be like, military man, and you've not shaved. Come on, keep that face clean
Oh.
shaven.
I'm sorry, sir.
I'm only jesting with you.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, right.
Don't piss your pants. Just have the
Too late.
horses ready with rations for a good travel in the morrow.
Not a problem, sir. Yuck, yuck.
Of course, we'll walk away then.
It's like a very southern Morty.
Southern
Are we
boy.
ready?
Perfect. So, you guys have time to see. The rest of the day is yours. Like I say, this is probably by the time you guys finish your meeting, traveling. You're probably approaching midday, is what I'd say. We're sort of getting towards. So, I know Falcoris, you said you're going to go visit your family. Is there anything anybody else would like to do before the day is up and a new dawn rises?
Again, don't need to RP
Mhm.
fully. Can I just see if I can find like just walk around the shops a little bit, see if I can find any interesting magic items.
Oh, fuck's sake. Sure. Is there anything in
No,
particular you're looking for?
Maybe +1 short sword.
Didn't you
Very
just get a dragon sword?
Oh shit, yeah, that's I forgot.
Hey,
Never
you got a
mind,
fucking
ignore
dragon
that.
sword, mate.
Yeah, I'm fine. I
What
don't
more
need
do you
it. I don't
want?
need shit.
Everything.
I
The
completely forgot.
broke king need more. Empties
Wait, who's got
pockets.
Who's got less
I
money?
spent so long dreaming of the highlight that
Caligorm, who's got less money, Caligorm or Joe?
how much you got?
30 gold.
I have 484.
Joe's the brokest. Live broke, stay rich. Joel is not living up to that philosophy.
He's doing one half of that philosophy.
He is living broke, staying broke.
I'd maybe just make my way to Elmer's bookshop.
Yep.
And
Bookshop shit, yeah.
yeah, just don't need to RP it. Just catch up and see if there's anything interesting from our road ahead. I'll DM you what I find interesting.
Okay. As you're doing that, though, make a... Now, DM me what you find interesting first, and we'll see where that conversation may lead us.
Yeah.
Might say some things. But anybody else? Whilst the bookshop boy is doing fucking nerd shit, Falcoris is being a simp and seeing his family. Anybody you guys do?
Stock up on food.
Typical. Just general rationing up for the road and that sort of stuff.
Joel's got nothing else to do at the moment. He's stolen his book. He's burned down a tavern. His to-do list is pretty full.
He's feeling good. Feeling good about himself.
He's accomplished a lot in the last like few days.
He's had a very busy few days.
Okay. So I just had a message from a certain player. Not going to name names.
It's hard being a rogue. I need to DM everything. It's awful.
Shut the fuck up.
It's hard to be a rogue. Does 97 damage on a sneak attack.
It's so hard.
Because there was a light mist in the air.
Someone farted and he used it for cover.
Absolute bullshit rogues, man.
But yeah, Lavender, anything you'd like to be up to in this interim period?
Should probably go to the Beacon's Blessing with Falcoris and help out, and also spend time with animals since they were locked up and falsely imprisoned.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Yeah, so Brownie has been... Good point, actually. Brownie has been locked in the stable for the past 3.5 days, and Silvery in a bird cage has been caged up for the past 3.5 days. And when the guards give you back Brownie, he just gets let out of the stable, but they hand you the cage. And like, we're not letting him out. This thing's fucking vicious.
He's
I'm
got a
in the
muzzle.
cage, but won't let him out the cage. I see.
So you kept him in the cage, yeah?
I will let him out when I've got food around him and I've moved back from the cage.
He's got like a really long stick. Just like, hang on.
Combat rolls out with 2 guns, man. I'll kill you all!
Everybody
Raise
down!
But no, make a animal handling check for Silvery to see if he holds a grudge, even though it's definitely not your fault. But will he see it that way?
I was also falsely imprisoned. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's a 12.
12.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time trying to even coax him back to get the fucking, like, the food you're supplying, like, little mouse, wherever it may be, the pre-killed mouse. And even then, he eats it. But he's doing the whole thing, obviously birds eat with their feet. And he's just watching you the whole fucking time, eating so slowly. It's like one of the things, like the scenes in the movies where they're watching you, he's making deep eye contact, and he is judging. In fact, he is judged. He's only here because you gave him a... Silvery is not impressed.
Wasn't my fault. Fucking bird hates me now.
Welcome to the club.
Actually, Silvery, it was Falcoris and Joel's fault you were in that cage, so blame them.
His eyes glare around, bright red burning towards Falcoris and Joel.
Joel's just gonna subtly just...
Then they shall pay. Anyway, Callanthy, anything you'd like to do whilst Lavender's trying to make amends with the bird, Joel's eating, and other people doing other things?
Can I maybe look for somewhere or something that would link to being able to like project yourself or spiritually anything linking to essentially the dreams, any sorts of practices like
Right.
astral projection, for instance?
There's a mysterious doctor in town. Deals a lot of hands.
He's a bit handsy.
Just a bit handsy.
Just watch
yeah.
him.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
as Lewis might say, sexy fingers he might have. But make an intelligence check trying to find someone who might be able to help you out with that, or investigation if it's better.
Lord, tickle fingers.
Well, that was an 8, but I'm supposed to be smart, so did you say intelligence or investigation?
Whichever one's better for you, yeah.
It's an 11.
11. You probably actually end up tagging along with fucking Kelagorn for a little bit. Just ending up in the same bookshop, trying to find a little bit of information there. Now you don't find too much here, nothing that will really point you in a direction here. But what you do know is there's rumors from reading some of these books that some of the people in the monastery to the north, the monks up there, have been trained in long ancient ways, and that's some really mysterious things that don't quite make sense to the mortals, for lack of a better term. Some mysterious practices, and some of them might enter dream worlds or dream labs, foresight and deals like that.
Okay.
The monks and the wizards that practice up in the monastery.
I will make a mental note of that. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. And otherwise, I don't think I have anything else.
No worries. Mr. Kelagorn, 2 seconds. I will DM you something. Actually, no, I'll DM you something after session for that one there. Okay, so we'll put a wee pin in that one. I'll DM you something after session. However, you do get a little bit of nuggies of information from our fabled bookmaker, whose name is far deep in notes I can't be fucked looking up right now. Thank you, Elmer. Well, he leans into, I've heard there are dragons heading up north. Now I've got a little bit curious, a little bit of digging. There's rumors of what's called the ancient dragon door. And it's rumored the first dragon lays in a tomb up there, sealed away. Now, if that wouldn't attract 2 dragons, one from another plane, I don't know what will.
Do you have any books in the Dragon Door?
I need to go digging. You bear with me, I'll see if I can find something for you.
Thank you very much, Al.
And he'll disappear, and he'll come back with a tome that says, now, I don't think, you're not going to take this one away. I do need this here. It's one of my prized collections, but feel free to read this little page here. And in summary, what it goes over is tales of the first dragon. Once a god, when the betrayers betrayed and all war broke out, the dragons sort of flitted between which side they were on. Sometimes it would ally with the gods, sometimes it was seeing allied traitors. It was very much a rogue for hire, for lack of a better term. When it fell deep into the mountains. Well, it fell from the sky, crashing into Lorenthal, which made the mountain body erupt in the ground up. And those who worshipped this deity, whose name has been lost, ensealed its body in a large tomb and let the mountains hide it. Its true location has been lost, now more seen as a myth than an actual factoid.
Do you mind if I trade a copy of this page?
Yeah, the photocopy is around the back. 20p.
Excellent. I was gonna attempt to forge it if you've got that technology.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
correct.
You go
I
around the
didn't
back
realise.
and there's just a man sitting there.
There's a little goblin like, please.
Please free me. Got a ball gag in. But no, you transcribe the page as best you can. Obviously, more paraphrase the bits you want to, but you get the information that you're seeking.
anything that may be important, just so I can pass it on
Mhm.
to everyone else. If
Again, I'll DM you later for the key bits and that sort of
Yeah,
stuff, but that's not a problem whatsoever. From what I said there was the gist that if you need to rely on, you can. Well, I'll DM you some more notes and that sort of stuff later about it.
Thank
Excuse
you,
me.
alright.
You're very welcome.
Do you want any money for this? Any of this stuff?
No, of course not. This is information within our friends. It's all part and parcel of what we do. You guys give me protection, I give you information.
So I'm heading out towards the Green Gorge then.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any books that might be of use to you?
In the Green Gorge.
Like, just out that way. Can
Nothing I'm aware
stop
about.
if you need anything picked up.
If you find anything interesting, let me know. But besides that, I'm all good right now. Actually, I got my supplies in good turn. Reopened up trade with Castamies again. Things are good.
Yeah. I'm glad. Well, if our furry friend is still rummaging your shelves at the moment. But unless there's anything else you want, I'll probably just take my leave.
No, I'm quite alright, my boy. But thank you again.
Again, if there's anything you need, just
I'll reach out.
have Ryan send word.
Of course. Well, if you need me, I'll be here, of course. And if you're going out that way, please be careful.
I always am.
I don't know you that well. I don't know if you are just telling the truth or not.
No, I lied through my teeth.
Fair enough.
Calanthe, are you done?
Ah,
Are you done?
just peeing around the corner. I suppose so. Sure.
And, maybe it's best we go try and help rebuild what we can. The Beacon's Blast.
Oh my god, Kellogg's doing manual labor. Ew.
Is this you admitting that it was your fault?
How is this my fault in any way?
Certainly wasn't mine, and I'm the one who ended up getting thrown in jail. I'm just saying.
Oh.
This debate's never going to end as on whose fault this is.
Then we talk about this campaign still to be Reddit debates, r/whose fault was it?
Justice for Joel.
r/justice for Joel. r/freedom for Falcoris. r/Kellogg the cunt. You know, stuff like that is still gonna be floating around.
It's, yeah, let's head out.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
start
Nice.
taking my leave.
Caligorm did it out of jealousy for Calanthere's many lovers. I'm just saying.
Gallagher got baited. He was sold on the appeal of a heist.
It was so cool. So you guys jump over to the Beacon's Blessing. Just for anybody else throughout this day who might jump over and just see, you can very much tell the community cares. And you saw what the fire was like. When the fire was extinguished, a lot of the building was on its charred, broken, and unusable for any sort of infrastructure. In the 3.5 days, they have already torn it all down. Whatever wood was there is completely gone. Repaved it all. And there is now a new skeletal frame being built around. Work is being quick. Work is being done hard and fast. And you can tell that, I say, the heart and soul of the community is behind this rebuild. You can see rough and tumble sailors who would otherwise be brawling with each other with nothing else to do, are just putting all their time, effort, and probably money into helping rebuild this. People are donating lumber, furniture, whatever they can to try and help. And there's rumors as well that one of the ships that has returned from Alria isn't seaworthy anymore, so it's been decommissioned, and parts are going to be reused now to rebuild Beacon's Blessing, as the Navy itself has donated the ship. So there is a bustling street where all the other businesses on the street basically have to shut down because there's no traffic coming in, and everyone's helping rebuild this tavern. It's much less brazen for it.
You all have any matches? He wants to finish what he started.
Round 2.
Just in
The
case.
bar of Theseus at this point.
Joel just pulls out the hand.
I wish.
Fair enough. But you guys start helping out. Caligorm, you're pretending to help out unless you actually want to with your little noodle arms. I don't know if you actually want to.
I'll try my best. Do you want me to roll a stealth check?
Yeah, like you
Not
guys.
stealth strength.
Yeah, you fucking wish. Still
Oh,
out doing
God.
hard work, maybe.
I was just say fucking Skyrim.
Yeah.
So anyone that wants to help out, you can roll general strength checks if you just want to shift some stuff. If you want to do anything different, by all means, let me know because we need to help.
With my modifier, that's 6.
6.
I got a 1.
Oh, great. You guys.
Is there any use for medicine?
So as the fucking Chuckle Brothers run in to try and help out, Caligorm is standing aside trying to lift heavy planks. And all of a sudden, Caligorm, you feel a pop in your lower back. You take 1 point of internal bludgeoning damage as you
Fuck is
throw.
he taking for
Your
6
septic
and I'm getting
nerve.
for 1?
And you immediately hand lower back, walking like an old man for the rest of the day. It's embarrassing. Calanther, you come in to help out. Now, lifting isn't a fucking problem for you. Hand-eye coordination might be something. As Barry Chuckle over here picks up a long fucking plank, and as you round, you hear boop, as one end of just clobbers 2 of the fucking workers at either round. It's a disaster, and you are asked to leave the site. You can help from the sidelines.
Fucking wow.
You rolled a 1, bro.
They don't appreciate my comedic genius.
You didn't say to me, to you. That's why they didn't understand it. If you said that, it'd be fine.
Because the Chuckle Brothers are cosmically universal, of course.
Exactly. They
Immersive
transcend.
Have I been kicked out as well, based on that?
You can't even help anymore. Your back is that sore that you're probably wanting to leave.
Joel is just watching this happen. Joel is like
I'll just
watching
you
Caligorm
know-
cripple himself, knowing he could help, and just not.
You can tell because you're quite strong. You've also got healing powers.
Because I'd just like to point out, Joel just rolled a medicine check there just in case Caligorm asks, and that's a natural 20 for 28. So Joel did fix you right up.
You know what, Calanther, I feel like we've put a lot of work in.
They only got
Kind
started.
of hurt my back. Do you want to go somewhere else to our rival bar and spend all our money there while this one gets fixed? Might
And
motivate
all of
them
a
to
sudden,
work
as soon as you
harder.
say that, as soon as you say rival bar, everyone stops. And all eyes just turn on you. You hear
No,
like
I'm
some
gonna put-
nails clatter to the ground.
I'm gonna put shoulder, like, kind of harshly on Caligorm. No. We will burn down rival bar.
Oh,
Let's go burn that one down too.
Mm-hmm.
I like your plan.
No,
Here, and I'll
no.
just like
Wait.
slap
Two?
on
No, no,
Fuck that one
no.
too.
No. He misspoke. He's a fucking idiot. Don't listen to him.
All right, fair enough.
Is that a data here, by the way? Is that what I've just heard? Caligorm just asked Calanther?
Oh, what can two friends pretend to be
Hot tub.
injured and pretend to be inept?
2 bros
No,
chilling in a bar because they're not gay.
Because they're not gay.
Are they 6 feet apart?
Yeah. So it's a wide table.
Yeah, it's a very wide table. They only had
A
seats at
candle
either
lit,
end.
One person, one end. Yeah.
Yeah, they can sit at opposite ends, but they're still on the same side, just really far apart.
So you guys found a
Hey.
quiet space on the beach.
Is this where the?
All the things you could have argued.
rocks?
This is what you choose?
I didn't choose shit. You guys mentioned it.
I'm desperately trying to get the spotlight off of me at the moment. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, it's a little
I'm gonna
bit.
fucking play it burns, motherfucker. Anyway, we'll turn off the romantic music and back to fucking street
The
music.
blushing broom. Again.
The blushing broom.
Well,
Anyway,
we're drinking the blushing broom until the beacon blessing's rebuilt.
It's kind of the
Prepare
blushing
like
broom
a
is a
craft
thing. I'm not even gonna
Sit on a
question
chair
it.
later and instantly bounce back.
Anyway, Falcoris, what are you up to?
So, of course, when he made his way back, would just be looking out for his Uncle Sam first and foremost, and pull him aside, and not RPing the whole thing, but he'll tell him everything, down to, like I said, I can't remember when we actually put that we last saw, Falcoris last saw Uncle Sam, so he'll tell him about the Mirage unit and what happened there. He won't tell him about the patron, about thing, but he'll continue on and he'll just tell him the whole thing, like he'll go through the whole shebang all the way up until this point.
Yeah, he listens patiently and doesn't interrupt at any point. Is just very understanding as well. Like, there's be points where some people might interrupt you to question things, but he just sits and patiently listens.
And yeah, so we just had that meeting and now we...
Alright. Well, that sounds intense.
There's a lot of fronts, Uncle Sam. A lot of fronts. And as much as I don't like your side too much, you might want to run it up your chain.
Certainly. I'm not a fan of my side too, but here we are.
You know who in particular I'm talking about anyway.
I know. You don't need to say it.
Well, obviously I'm going to be here. I'll help out when I can here. But I'm leaving tomorrow. Straight in the morning. I've got a witch to talk to. Talking of which, actually, consider we share.
Talking of which.
Oh, funny. The Green Forge. You heard about a witch that roams it?
Nothing more than rumors.
Alright.
Some sort of bug witch, and she makes deals, and that's all we sort of know, and the general consensus is don't do it. If she's even real.
I can tell you she's real.
Oh, fantastic. Is this one of your monsters you got to slay?
Kinda. But I'm starting to fear the fact she might be a monster that I have to get an ally out of. The world's fucked, Uncle Sam.
It sounds it. And I can testify I've seen it.
Yeah. Look. Run it up your chain. Of all this shit.
Well, I've
Just
got
be
a mountain
prepared.
of paperwork to do. No, of course. I've got a mountain of paperwork to do, but I'll add that to the more urgent side of it. I need to go on a fucking training course to actually be a captain. Didn't know that was a thing. But I'm not going to sea anytime soon, so if you need me, I'll be in Brazen Fort for a while.
Alright.
And again, between family, if you need the ship, let me know. Once I finish my course and I'm completely, licensed.
I probably won't need your ship right now. Who knows in the future?
It takes 2.5 weeks to finish this course.
Well, that's in fact
if I
that's
fail the
shorter
test,
than
at
what I done.
Well, if I fail it, it's theory. It's nothing practical. It's purely theory.
Mine's just pure practical. I don't think we did any
Because
theory.
I've done the practical side and on the sea. They say I've served my practical
Oh,
side
right, I
by an
see.
experience of helping back home in a war. So they're saying I just need to do the theory to fucking back it up, which I think is pointless. But hey ho.
Look after yourself, Uncle Sam.
And you're the one that's actually going on the road, not me.
Well, I have to do something, right?
Well, you've always made the right choice so far. I've found. I'm sure you did the right thing here as well.
Nah, I've not always made the right choice. But I'll
Word of
get there.
advice, who has made the right choice? I've made mistakes. So is that person over there. He just starts pointing to random people in the street.
I get the
So
point.
she. You bear too much of the world on your shoulders, I find. You tell me what you told me just there. You take on the weight of the world. Share the burden or let some of it just go.
That'll
Don't be too
happen.
hard on yourself, and don't be too hard on your friends either.
That'll happen when I'm dead and buried, Uncle Son. Then I'll let the world go.
Whatever suits you. But my advice is you carry too much.
I know he's your friend, but that all stemmed from him.
A lot of things stem from him.
Anyways, I'm gonna go and see my mother quickly, and then I'll be back and I'll help out with this lot. And then as I turn, I'll see Kelligorn pop his back and that, and I'll be like,
If I can count through, wipe out 2 guys.
ah.
No worries.
I'll be back in his bits, Uncle San. I'll pat his shoulder and walk away. I don't have to RP to go and see my mum.
No, so
Typical.
you go see mum, as per usual, help her out, spend time with her. And unless there's anything that you guys want to do or say, we'll cut to the night rolls in. You guys will find places to sleep in probably the fucking, what'd you say, blushing room, whatever it's called, with cannon. It's there now, I'll write it in later. Spend time there, bed and board. And is there anything you guys want to do this evening?
Just before I leave, for the evening or whatever, I'll go up to the dwarves. I'll obviously give them hugs and everything. And just before I set off, I'll pull out my coin pouch and just place it. That's all I have. You're not going to say a sentence.
You need it for the road.
I can survive on the road. I've survived plenty of times without anything. Use it. And see, one day, you can put a big fucking plaque that says Falcoris Silvering on it. Right?
Alright. And Nesva takes the gold pouch and puts it safe in her own.
It's 80 gold, by the way.
80 gold. Fantastic. Well, I've heard you're off in the morning, is that correct, eh?
Unfortunately so. You know there's nothing more than I want to do but stay here and rebuild this, but unfortunately, Nesva, the world's knocking at our door, and if I don't be part of this, if we don't find ways to stop what's coming, there might not be much of Brazenfort to fucking build than anything else.
Well, we best get cracking and get this finished then. And pray that you do stop it.
I'll do my best.
I know you will, you always do.
Find out where the fucking kids are. Where the fuck are they?
They're somewhere, don't worry.
They were meant to be with Uncle Sam.
I'm sure they're out causing trouble somewhere now they're back on land.
Ah, well, they're fucking adult enough nowadays anyway.
You say that. Age is but a number to them.
I'm missing the shenanigans with them. But anyways, tell them I was asking for them if I don't see them beforehand. But yeah.
No problem. Will do.
And then Falcoris will just go back to helping with the, helping out.
Yeah.
Like, Falcoris, if you are going to thing with, Falcoris will take a point of exhaustion.
You're going to work over the night?
I'll work through it on the whole night.
Fantastic. No problem. So, I will say, it comes about like midnight sort of thing, the sun's completely set, the moon's high in the sky, that work does stop, but you can keep going if you want to by doing bits and pieces you can do yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, you will eventually have to crash out and get a few hours of sleep, but I will say, you do take a point of exhaustion if you do choose to do so. The rest of you, unless you want to say otherwise, find your beds. They're not the most comfortable, they'll do. But take a sleep, long rest completed for most of you, and the day is yours. You wake up nice and early, and all of you sort of have that feeling in your stomach that you're gonna go see something, and see someone, I should say, sorry, that's maybe for a couple of you more than others, fills you a little bit more of sense of dread.
Just for context, Joel is very much not happy about this. And it's very obvious to the rest of the party that he is not happy about going for that Wendigo again.
That's right, because Joel has fear.
He has a phobia of a Wendigo.
When to know?
When does he?
Don't.
Shut up.
Got me acting unwise. Anyway,
Of course, we'll go to the stables with Lavender
hi.
moaning.
I've got your horses, sir.
Thank you. And suitably rationed.
Of course. Then they've
Alright.
all come with their own individual ration packs.
All right. Well, I'll take a few here, and you get some lavender, and we'll take these back to the crew.
Look after them, please.
We will.
So did you get a horse for each of you, did you? Yeah, or did you get some?
Yeah, well, I asked for 5 horses. Whether he's giving me 5 horses, I don't
No,
know.
yeah,
But
if you ask for 5 horses, you'll have 5 horses. It's most because the lamb that was riding on the bear before, so.
that's true.
But if you have
Is
5
Lavender
horses,
going
you
to
have
ride on a bear again, or are you just going to go on a horse?
I don't know. Brownie was like pissed off at me for being in jail, so.
No, Brownie's forgiven you. Brownie was like, "Oh my god, you're
Oh.
back." Brownie was like a "Mum, where have you been?" attitude. It was just Silver's being a dick.
Oh, okay. I don't mind then. Okay.
No worries.
Don't mind.
Brownie won't mind Amos. If you do want to have Brownie as your
Sure.
steed, he will.
It looks better riding on a bear than a horse.
It does. It sets the fucking tone.
All right. Well, you can take 1 horse back. Never mind.
Oh
Sorry.
jeez.
And then yeah, sit back, meet up with the crew.
4 horses and a Brownie in tow.
I would like to do one thing and pull Ellerol aside.
Okay.
You still have that fucking hand.
Yeah, I had to break out of my jail cell to get it, so they don't find it on us.
It was fine. I made sure that Commander Rocknose made it out that we were doing a special investigation for it, so it would explain why we would have had it. But anyway, don't fucking use it.
I've made enough bad deals in my life.
Good, because that's the second thing I want to talk to you about. She got in contact with me the night that this fucking happened. Just before I came to meet with you and went on a heist. She talked to me in my mother's home.
What did she say?
You know, her cryptic bullshit. Listen,
And do you actually need a message back, or just in case you forgot what it says? Because I remember that one.
sorry? No, I've got it written here.
Just in case, not in case you've forgotten. So I think I could
Yeah, I've got
relay
it.
that one.
I've got it all written down. I'm just basically saying, you know, I'm not revealing it. I'm just saying that, you know, cryptic bullshit. But anyway, I'll just be like, I hate to say this, Killigorm, but the more shit that we uncover here, I might need to do a deal with her.
What would that be?
I have no idea. I obviously want to figure out what the fuck Calypso is and how she got into me, so we can both figure out, see if there's a way for me to separate from Calypso and give her back her own identity. But
You know, if you do you know if you do that, you're likely gonna lose all that power.
that's fine.
That's okay.
After the Mirage unit, I was done. I was ready to give up, and I wandered the plains and helped farmers for a while until Calypso came in my head. All my mission was to find Bucky. Well, Bucky's been found now. I would go back to the Beacon's Blessing, or I'd go back to farming. I don't need power.
Then if you want to make a deal with her,
I don't.
If you do make a deal with her, I won't stand in the way. I trust your judgment.
All right.
And I trust you more with this than what I trust myself. I'll just pass him the hand. I know anything that goes through this will come with a cost. Sometimes that cost will be worth it. And I don't trust myself to make that call. But I trust you to make that call.
All right. Well,
Be careful what you wish for.
I'll put it in my pack, and I'll put it to the very bottom and put like items on top of it.
Bury it deep.
Or is it buried pretty deep inside Caligorn?
Fuck it.
That is literally what broke me earlier. I'll post on the Discord so everyone that's watching can see, but because at the end of the last session I stole it. That message Matt just be like, can I just make sure this is concealed? And he's like, yeah, you've shoved it up your ass.
See when at like Falcor asked, "Do you still have it?" I was expecting Falcor to go, "Yeah," and just drop his trousers and
Chill out. There you go.
Yeah, I still got it. Get it back in 3 to 5 days. I'm a bit dehydrated.
Jesus. Anyway,
Basically, of course, we'll just pat the side of Elrog's shoulder and just. We've got a fucking long way ahead now. So many fights on different fronts.
Let's move out.
Yeah. Let's go. And I'll go back to the crew and go from there.
no problem whatsoever. So the guys reconvene. You've all met up. Semi-decent breakfast has been had. Horses are all mounted up. I'll just try and save a little bit of time on this one here. Is there anything you guys want to... The city? Anything you got to RP or... Fantastic. In that case then, you guys all saddle up. A little kick of the stirrups. And the horses trot along out through the...
They throttle, do they?
They trottle.
Step on the accelerator.
Just turn the ear a little bit and then they kick up.
They trottle.
What?
Okay.
What the Creed have been
Full
up to.
trottle ahead. Hey, the techno horses, man. What the size of his horse? Anyway,
Horse
you
up,
guys
ready to go.
Hmm?
Horsed up and ready to go.
horsed up and ready to go. So, you guys push west. Now, it's a road that some of you have been on, and as Elleril would know, the best way to do is to start off by heading towards Balo. Now, again, we all just, for the sake of this, skip forward a few days in time. The travel is light, the travel is easy. The weather comes and goes as far as favourable or not. So there are days where you get a little bit wet through, days where you then have nice sunshine to dry you off, cold winds that blow off the coast. But you make it there in time. Same time as you kind of schedule, you don't move. And you make it there easily. Now, I will say it's up to yourselves. Do you guys want to actually go into Balo? Or do you guys want to hit the forest before you...
The path I took before I had to go around Balo, right?
What, during your session
Yeah, my
zero? 'Cause
session
imagine
zero.
you started in Balo and you had to sneak out to get into the forest.
Yeah.
With the superstition of the place, you had to actually sneak out of town to go into the Green Gorge.
So is there a way to get to that exact point without going through the town?
Yeah. I mean, you can still go around the outskirts of town and get there easily enough. That wouldn't be a problem whatsoever.
We should leave the horses here. They're not going to be much help in the swamp.
All right.
I don't know how everyone else feels, but last time I was here was much faster traveling tree to tree.
Whatever you say.
Got weighed by in the muck in the mangroves.
You mean treetops?
Yeah. Branch to branch.
Hello. I know you're fucking agile, but there's a few of us here. Not quite agile.
I will say it's a thick canopy. I don't think it'll be too difficult, but
I will go straight
I
through
suppose
that
if
thick
someone,
canopy.
yeah, I suppose for Joel it's probably going to be difficult either
In
way.
heavy armor, yeah, he's.
Full
And
plate
again,
armor.
for reference, Kelgorm, the canopy is thick, and there are many, many thick branches. But there were points when you and Quinn did have to do a little bit of jumping and
Yeah.
be light foot on lighter branches.
I don't think I have any magic that will help with this.
I'll say it may be easier if some of us are more comfortable taking the canopy. Just more movement that way. Move at a pace together.
Oops, sorry.
I hate
I
to
will
say
say I
this.
think it's much safer if
From-
we're camping for the night to sleep in the trees.
Yeah, we can do that. But from what you said before, we travel as a group together in the same plane. Not fucking up some people up there, some people down. We're all together.
Okay. This is where I go. If I get any ticks, you're responsible for this. If I get light
How's your back?
disease, I'm blaming all of
Yes, your Royal Highness. I forgot you're a fucking pampered bitch. Come on, move.
Oh, shots fired. Do 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 do.
Can
I just gotta
Gallagher
take
walk
that
uprightly?
and let
Yeah.
I would say his back's sealed up. Yeah, he's
you. I've
okay
been
now.
waiting for days.
Although after the horseback riding and the swordback, the small of his back is black and bruised right now, but he's fine.
So,
Could have asked the medic for help. It wouldn't have helped, but you could have asked.
But with that, then you guys find yourselves in the outskirts of the Green Gorge Forest. Now, again, you did see it from Bailey before, but the Green Gorge is a natural wall of foliage and tree. And when I mean wall, I mean the border is distinctly clear, where it goes from lush green grass and wild tall grasses to all of a sudden these dark wood trees that just shoot up vertically, hundreds of feet, some of them, in almost a straight line. Almost, of course. The plants that from inside the swamp don't cross past the border of these trees. They're only concealed within. And the canopy is so thick that as you stand outside it, it's dark. Very dark.
Someone need daylight.
You guys enter the Green Gorge,
Hmm.
cross through the
Mhm.
border, and it is like stepping into a different world. You can feel immediately the trapped heat within, as the canopy acts like a dome, sealing in stagnant, still mud air. It smells of that stagnant bog water that's constantly sitting in the back of your nose, burning. And immediately, your feet sink down a little bit. And some of you immediately have to do the whole thing of have to pull your leg. This is deep swamp. This is thick. There's a reason why people don't live here. And again, as I say, it is dark. The sunlight is immediately cut off. Only a few brave rays that have the audacity to breach the canopy above, try and touch the ground below. The air is filled with the sounds of mainly insects and bird-like creatures. But the swamp is yours.
How long do ritual spells take?
Typically speaking, I believe it's 10 minutes for a ritual spell.
Because if everyone is sucking at this water walk could speed things up a little bit. because it's water, mud, just any liquid surface.
So you have that. I believe Lamnos has a thing where it makes it overcome difficult terrain as well. As a ranger, she and her party can travel unencumbered. Unencumbered. You know what I say? Words map. Unhindered by rough terrain. But that, and if you want to take the 10 minutes to cast Water Walk, then absolutely, yeah.
Why not?
So as you do that, between your Lavender's navigation and Joel, as you cast Water Walk, what will normally happen is all the forms like a almost layer over your boots that you can walk upon. As you first cast a spell and you throw your hand, green energy emanating from your hands, thick mud and sludge oozes and creeps over and form this little foot shield around your boots that you walk.
And just for context, since it only lasts an hour, every hour I will ritual cast it again, so
Yeah,
I'm
so
still on my
every
spell
hour just-
slots.
Yeah, just take 10 minutes every hour to just cast it and step off again.
That's it.
Ghost.
Can I make an insight check on Joel?
Sure. What are you trying to
I want-
insight?
I want to work out how his resolve is. Is he showing signs that he might break?
Joel, you can either make it's up to yourself if you want to try and hide it. Persuasion check, depending what you want to do, or if you want to be honest.
It's 23.
You say persuasion, Matthew.
If you want to try and deception, if you want to try and hide, I'd say be more deception.
Plus, no, deception. Well, it's a +0 either way, so.
Mhm.
Would you get, thingy?
23.
Yeah, I'm not even, I can't
Yeah,
physically
you can't
beat
beat that.
so
Yeah.
Okay.
I physically can't.
Nice. So
I'll make a roll anyway, just to see how well I hide.
If we
Two.
get that 20,
No,
you
Joel's
should
not
be
hiding it.
no.
Joel's not hiding
So,
it.
Joel, how are you feeling? Is there trepidation? Are you phased?
Yeah, Joel's not happy. Joel is, constantly eating his sword in and out and constantly looking up, basically looking up at the canopies. And
The paranoia
basically
is real.
twitching at noises. He is not having a good time.
No. That's fair to say, I think.
Whoever's closest to me, can I just indicate towards him? Joel. I know this might not be the best sound to approach. We can watch your back, but it might be good if you and Lavender take point. Especially don't fall behind.
Fine. Joel will take point.
So we'll have Joel and Lavender, I think. There's nominated to the front. Lavender, do you want to go at the front, or would you rather protest this?
I'll just go along with it. I don't mind.
No problem.
I basically just want to stay behind Joel in case he runs and breaks and abandons us.
Can that happen with fear? Because isn't it just I can't move into?
So with in combat rules, you cannot move closer to the enemy, and you have advantage on attacks against them whilst you see them.
If I close my eyes, can I just?
You did disadvantage to attack, but you still couldn't move closer willingly.
Okay.
But again, that's combat mechanics.
Okay. What about not combat mechanics?
You don't know. You'll find out if there is a Wendigo.
Well, I feel like as a player, I need to know.
I would say, because he's not going to tell you, you're going to probably have to do a roll at some point. But
Yeah.
I would say that when we're going into this and we're getting deeper into the forge, Falcoris will drop to the back, and then he'll allow them to move forward a little bit, so he'll keep like a 10-foot distance eventually, and just slowly just melt. And if anybody looks back, he'll just be like pretending like he's being careful of what he's stepping on, but he's purposely slowing down. And then when he's like 10 feet back, he'll just say, like quietly to himself, but out in the open, "I'm here. About time we had that chat.
Okay. Nothing happens as a response, but you say it out.
I'll continue just walking.
Welcome. So, with this one, so with Ellerill's guidance of where he'd like to go, could I get Lavender and Joel to each either make a survival check or one with advantage as the other helps?
How good is your survival?
Very good. Very good.
Take advantage.
Lavender's
Yes.
thing.
Yeah, it is mine.
Mine's only +5, so you go.
Yeah, so let Lavender have advantage then for a survival check.
That is sorry, I've lost it.
Take your time.
18.
18, good to know.
Mhm.
So, there's not a lot of landmarks here is the problem that Ella was very quickly realizing that, shit, I know we want to go, but the landmark, it's just trees and bog water. But you are confident you are heading in the right direction. Again, Ella, nothing looks familiar to you, but you're still keeping the same heading and you don't diverge off course, you believe. You're still keeping a true and forward direction further north. Which way you believe you should be heading.
Point, I will relate that we may come across a fog, and if we do, that will choose to pass us. It may lead some of us astray, so stick together if we can.
Okay. You guys push deeper and deeper through. Excuse me. And it's hard to ascertain just how long you've been walking, as there's no sun to reference anymore. There's just darkness. The only real way you have of keeping time is every hour you sink a little bit into the mud, and Joel has. That's your only point of reference as to how long you're counting Joel casting spells at this point.
You're welcome.
But you walk, and this is, imagine the American redwood forest with these big, thick, tall trees, but they're mangrove trees. Impossibly large, thick roots that twirl and twine with uneven, messy. You are at one point ducking over the step. The journey is slow, or it would be if not for Lavender and Joel's walk. But it is a hard-going journey. And you, at the end of walking for a good number, feeling it in your calves, your cores, your back, the humid air is making you sweat. It is not a pleasant trek you are going.
Yay.
I never want to come back here.
And yet
Feel
here we are.
death in the air. How long has it we've been traveling, Matt?
I'd say
we should maybe
I don't
rest
know.
or
you guys travel as long as you want to. Falcoris is lagging. No, he's not exhaustion anymore. Sorry. I was going to say he's lagging behind because of exhaustion, but that was days and days ago, so you
Yeah, doing cloud.
apologies.
Oh.
But yeah, you guys can walk as long as you want. You can walk for 6, 8, 10 hours.
Probably just continue until the place starts getting like extremely dark. I know obviously it's dark because the sun's not completely coming through, but you definitely would know when it was nighttime. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. This is a long shot. You're good with maps. Obviously, I showed you my map of the Green Gorge before. Can you remember it?
Would I be able to figure out where we are based on how long we've traveled?
You can certainly try. You can make a, I guess a survival check but with advantage. Your map and the map that was shown to you before it burst into flame.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. Again, there's no landmark, but you can, again, loosely tell, and I will emphasize the word loosely, that from what the journey that is marked on the map and the route that Elleril says he took, you are on track to be at the end destination probably by the end of tomorrow, if you made good pace.
If we keep going as we are, and we're not too off track, then should be by the end of tomorrow we get there. Roughly. I can't be sure.
Like that.
We could very easily just keep going, but we're going to have to rest eventually.
Sure, we might as well rest now and then just power through tomorrow.
Is that wise? If the end destination might be a witch?
Well, as you said, we've got to rest at some point. It's either,
Yes,
if
but
it comes to a fight, I'd rather fight rested.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not
Yeah.
saying. I'm saying that we.
It might be best taking our time over 2 days.
Rest now.
It,
That's fast. Should probably find a decent tree to climb.
Yeah, that'll work.
So you guys begin to look for making camp. Now you're going to be making camp, like you say, on the ground, in the canopy. Where are you thinking of setting up your shop?
I've seen what's in this forest. I'm not sleeping on the ground. I'm climbing a tree.
Okay.
Right.
I will say, for the sake of, Joel's concern, there are plenty of thick trees here, I say. There's plenty of places where, with the help of the party, you can climb a tree and find a spot to rest where Joel, even in his heavy armor, won't be at danger of, immediately falling. Any more danger than you guys would be in.
Joel will just Hunger Games himself and tie himself to a tree branch.
Fair enough.
Of course, we'll do the same.
You're gonna catnip evergreen this, it's fine. For legal reasons, we can't use the magic thing.
Because a fall with that heavy armor, it might do some damage.
You're gonna create
The
a rock
person
boy.
could-
Thinking in that mud and you're not.
A person could, for instance, wound their shoulder in a fall. It's been known to happen.
yeah.
However, people have been shot whilst tied to trees as well. Some of the party might testify. Swings and roundabouts.
We
To be
really don't
fair,
have
though, I
against
didn't
the trees.
fall after getting shot, which was quite useful.
True,
Yeah, but you
very
were
true.
also very dead.
Yeah, but I was beside Lavender.
But dead.
Yeah.
That's
Just straight up dead.
that's kind of the overall concern here.
Yeah.
You
I'm
guys,
happy to take first watch.
you guys find a nice tall tree, and it's one of those trees that's like one of those almost natural basin-y things with branches point, which creates almost this basin, but it's not exact that the trunk still goes up, so but within ear and out, obviously, eye shot of one another, close enough. Obviously, no room for a fire up here to light any fires, of course, but the night is yours. So we're saying taking some watches then.
Yeah.
Perfect. So who is doing first, second, and third?
First.
First,
Yeah, I can do first and second.
I'll do a
First and
second.
second,
I can do third, I suppose.
third.
I'll do third then. I think.
No worries. So, my boys on watch number 1. Can I get some perception checks, please? As you guys settle in and your friends
Maybe.
all begin to tuck up for sleep.
What do I get in
see-
return?
Nothing.
If I see Joel try to light anything, I will scold him.
You mean like a tavern?
I will push you out of the tree.
Too soon.
Are there any near here?
Too soon.
Are there any bleakings?
Uh,
Are they blessed?
That's
a-
22.
22?
18 for me.
18, very good. You guys are quite attentive. Again, probably Joel's high perception is coming from the nerves and the unease that rests in his stomach. As
He's
every
very
sort of
awake
creak
right
and
now.
sound and nocturnal creature he hears causes a little jolt in his heart. Random question.
Uh-oh.
Throwing it out there.
What's your
Who's-
AC?
No, who's tying themselves to a branch?
I'm not.
Out of just those two, or all of us?
No, the whole party, please. Just 2 of you guys. 3 of you guys. Lavender, is that a hand up, was it, or? Perfect. Calithir is not.
Fuck that shit.
So just Calithir and
If you
Caliban.
fall, you're going to be a very big, muddy, fluffy wrecking ball.
Would
That's
else
fair.
always land on their feet?
Unless
they
you're
have
rubbish.
It's their fatal flaw. So you guys take your
See,
rest.
it's like they put, you know how buttered bread always lands butter side down.
Oh, Jesus, no.
Here we
It's like
go.
the meme where it's like they sellotape that to the back of a cat and drop it and it just spins because neither can land.
Spectral energy machine.
It's so dumb.
No.
Anyway, I'll let you get back.
As you guys are taking your watch, you both do see something that catches your attention. You're looking around in the night and just obviously twiddling your thumbs. Joel, like I say, your every creak and groan is sort of making your eyes dart over to where you think the sound may have came from, but in this impossible darkness and this oppressive, dark, hard to see past. But at one point you do look over your shoulder, Joel, and you see 2 little red beads of light
Whereabouts are they?
up in the canopy with you. Not in your tree, but in a different tree.
Am I definitely like awake for this? Just like to clarify, I'm like
This is your watch.
This isn't-
You believe you're
this isn't a
awake.
lucid. This isn't a lucid dream. Like
Is it?
Joel will take out a knife and like cut his hand to see if he's awake.
Jesus fucking Christ, you're awake.
Right. Joel
You
will
see
then.
these 2.
So
red-
how far?
It's hard to really gauge with the points of reference. It's not close, but definitely with how thick this canopy is. Definitely one of the nearby trees.
Like rough distance, like 20 feet, 30 feet.
Maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe 3-ish feet.
How far
45,
can you throw
50?
things?
Me? I can throw things. I can throw a dagger up to 60 feet, and I've got my bow, which ranges up to 320.
I'll just, with my blood-covered hand, just sort of. I don't know if Caligorm's near enough to like. Is he?
You
near
might
enough?
have to you have to move branch, but you can get to you can go, move around and tap him.
But I'm not taking my eyes off those eyes. That's the thing. Like Joel's very.
You might have to
Yes.
not be able to reach him because you might have to lean over and try and tap. You
Yeah.
might have to
Joel
break
will
line of
just.
sight.
Joel will just like whisper, Caligorm. Caligorm.
Oh,
Caligorm.
as silently as possible, make my way over to him.
Joel can't hear you because he's looking the other way, so he doesn't know you're coming over. He's like, Caligorm.
He'll just feel like 2 taps on the shoulder.
I'll point to the eyes.
And you do see as well 2 little red dots 45 feet away. Up parallel with you in the trees.
If I light a dagger, do you reckon you could hit it so we can see what it is?
Dang it.
What?
Do not light anything.
I think it knows we're here. Otherwise, it wouldn't be sat there staring at us.
How do you know it's staring at us?
Because it's looking at
Be a
us.
trap. No. Joel, this could be a trap. There's creatures in this forest that will use lights to draw your attention, to get you to wander away from the ground.
Trust me, I have no intention of going over there. I just want to know what it is.
No.
Joel cast Dale. No.
Something
No.
We'll watch it. Some things are best left secret.
Unless that thing's about to eat me, in which case I'd very much like to know.
If it moves,
Fine, we'll watch
well,
it.
there
We'll
others.
watch it.
I'll just silently creep over to a different position where I can keep an eye on that, and then some area of the swamp where Joel isn't looking.
No problem.
Joel's not taking his eyes off of those eyes. He's staring right at it.
See, when I move
Yeah.
as well, does it look like the lights reposition? I'm just trying
As
to
in,
work
like,
out if it
perception
is
sort of thing.
eyes.
If your perception sort of thing.
Like, you know, when
Um,
you're staring at a painting and it looks like it's staring back at you and you move to the other side of the room, is it still
Yeah.
looking like its eyes looking at me, or does it look like it could just be forest lights?
But not like any forest lights you've seen, then the perception
Hmm.
does move, as you say, to that weird
Okay.
feeling that's still watching, as you say.
Okay.
Is there any check I can make to see it better? Like, try
Not
and
really.
make out anything?
You can try and make another perception check to try and pierce through the darkness at all, but if you're not using any light spell.
No, I'll just not then. I'll just keep an eye on it.
Okay, like, were you looking around you, say, or you just keep an eye on this thing as well?
I'm not letting that surely distract me from my watch.
Mhm.
I'm keeping it in mind. Maybe like peripheral vision.
Yeah,
As long as I can
stays
see the
there.
lights, I'm okay. But if I feel like it disappears, that's when it'll draw my attention rather than.
Well, about 10-15 minutes after you guys noticing it, it does indeed recede. It doesn't it doesn't like blink out, it recedes away into the shadows.
I'm going after that.
And you
So,
feel that...
Sorry, are you going?
No, you guys didn't interrupt, sorry.
Just gonna say, feeling like if we keep to ourselves, we know when we're being hunted. We know when to engage. It's the safest way to get through this place.
And then you probably can't see it in the light, but Joel's very pale, like, because of that. Because obviously he's fucking terrified. He's very pale and a bit shaky. Joel's only a young, scared boy.
He's but a wee lad, terrified of the night. But you guys feel that your watch comes to an end. And if you want to do the handover, in which case Joel's going to... Two with Caligon, if I'm right in saying.
Yeah.
Sorry, you cut out a little. What'd you say?
Oh, sorry, so I believe it's now Joel calling it a night, going to time stuff with his tree and go to sleep, and Falcoris is taking second
Yeah.
watch with Caligon.
I'll fell Falcoris in and then point off to where the lights were.
Alright, well, that's interesting. Either something's stalking us, or there's something trying to get you out of your position. Alright. I'll watch this
Gonna
side,
get-
you watch that side.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Can I get perception checks from the both of you now, please?
Ooh, this is the good thing about Falcoris. This is what I'm messing with Falcoris.
This is what he do.
A perception
Yeah.
check.
I think it's 22.
Nice.
26.
Nice. On high alert, the pair of you guys keep your eyes out and your peepers peeled and poppers popped. Looking, waiting, anticipating danger. And it doesn't take long, Kelagorm. From the other side of your tree now, some 2 little red dots come into existence. Still up in the tree with you, but from the complete 180 from where they were.
From where I am without breaking eye contact, can I just like reach round the tree, tap Falcoris?
We would like tapping the tree to get his attention, but yeah, you can.
Oh no, not tap the tree. Just see if I can like reach round it. If I need to move, that's fine. But
You might need to slightly.
Of course,
You might need to You might need to reposition, but yeah.
yeah, okay, I'll do that. It's back.
Alright. Keep an eye on it. I'll keep watching this way. If it moves, then let me know.
Okay, I don't think we engage.
No. It's more than likely a trap. You go out to it, something else attacks you from behind. Hence why I'll keep watching this way.
Yeah.
And what I'd say, you were sort of Falcoris talking to Kelagorm, you know, still looking out, but sort of like looking with the corner of your eye towards him. You know that you're not looking at someone, but you move your head in their direction, thing. And as you sort of fill your vision back in again, on your side, there's a pair of red lights.
So now that I see on my side a pair of red lights, I'll look over my shoulder quickly to see if there's that one still there.
Yep, and Kelagorm, who didn't take his eyes off it either, there's now 2 sets, one on the other side of you right now.
We have 2.
Yeah.
I'll summon a sword. So I literally just, so the sword just goes across my lap that I'm holding,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah. I'll kind of follow suit and knock an arrow, just in case anything comes running, I can quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Well, they don't.
move.
Now again, last time they lingered for a good 10-15 minutes. Within the space of this whole conversation happening, you knocking your arrow, which maybe takes, I don't know, 30 to 60 seconds of you spotting the lights, telling Falcon, and him seeing the second pair. Both, not simultaneously, but one first and the other one disappear again.
Mine's is moving back, receding.
Says me.
Now, you guys rolled
Maybe
quite
worth-
high. 26 from Falcoris and 22 from Kelagorm. You hear above as some branches and trees are getting rustled and disturbed.
When they're moving, when the eyes move, or when the eyes
No,
were there?
you can't see any eyes anymore.
Right,
But you
so
can now hear something in the canopy above now, like above the treetop. Something is disturbing the tree ceiling above.
yeah, it's the
Does it sound like
surprise. Oh, sorry. Go.
Could be. Did it sound like it could be wind, or does it sound like
It's
the canopy is actively shaking or anything? Like it sounds like movement.
it's very aggressive wind and very localized wind that's converging on you if it is, because you guys realize that this sound is coming in.
Maybe worth repositioning on the next watch.
Can I get everyone who's asleep to make... We're going to get everyone to make a Constitution saving throw. Those who are asleep at disadvantage. Those awake at normal roll.
Constitution.
30-20.
Dirty 20.
17 for me.
17.
Disadvantage, you say?
Disadvantage if you're sleepy. If the fox is EP.
10 for me.
10.
17 for Joel.
17 for Joel.
Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Oh boy.
Ouch.
From above this canopy, there is a scream that erupts from above. It is loud, it is piercing, it is high pitched, and it almost vibrates your. It hurts that much. Now, those who failed, pardon me, just to pick up some dicicles.
What was the DC?
Not telling.
Okay, so who failed?
He's a bastard.
You're the best of Jon Snow.
Lavender rolled natural 1. And, oh, sorry, yes, so who failed? Lavender with natural 1 and Calanthy with a 10, I believe, yeah?
Yeah.
And Joel got 17.
17.
Passed. Kilgorm, what was your, sorry?
Just
It was a dirty 20.
Passed.
And
And
17.
of course, also passed. So Jess, Lavender, and Calanthy. My apologies. I thought you were asking actually what was the DC.
No, but I said that because you didn't tell us who failed or not. So I was
No,
like, well, what's the DC then, so we know who failed?
It's been a while.
failed, and I was like, well,
It's been a while. I forgot how D&D works, alright? Those who failed take 12 points of psychic damage
Oof.
and are stunned.
okay. Question: how does stunned work?
So they miss a turn in combat.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
the rest of you who succeed take half damage. So if you succeed, you take 6 psychic damage instead.
6 psychic damage.
And
Wait,
from
if I
above,
Sorry, if I succeed, I take half, did you say?
yes, you take 6 damage. So
Yeah.
if it was 12 damage
6 damage.
total, so if you succeed,
Okay.
take 6. And you would
I
not.
don't think Rogues can uncanny dodge a scream.
No,
No,
I
you can't.
Please.
I can't do
No.
that.
As from above and from below, you guys hear rustling and charging. And that's all in tonight's episode there.
Oh, fuck you.
What a surprise. He ends it on a cliffhanger.
Lands on a cliffhanger. It's too late to start combat now.
Understandable, yeah. Fair.
But yeah, welcome to the Green Gorge,
Interesting.
motherfuckers.
Welcome to the rice field.
It's all Wendigos.
It's all Wendigos. It's a pack of baby Wendigos.
See what I was going to say?
Right.
See when you said that you were going to do the light, the sunlight, cast sunlight? I was going to say, and just at the bottom, the forest floor is covered by Wendigos just looking up.
And all of a sudden, a minecart drops in the trees.
It's worse for you confirmed. Wendigos in minecarts.
It's a Wendigo riding a
could be
minecart like the Club Penguin game.
This could be a very pivotal moment for me. The whole campaign, my session 0, Matt showed me this obscure creature in my session 0, and I was like, "What the fuck was that, Matt?" And he's like, "You don't know." I better find out, Matt. Actually, no, I don't want to find out.
Playing with fire there.
Yeah,
No problem.
trust me.
There we go.
They might just be baby birds who
Yeah.
got lost.
I'm sure that's what it
Very
is.
bitey.
Very many baby birds.
Very many baby birds. That's all
Listen,
it
guys,
is.
we're gonna have a stew tonight. That's all I'm saying.
Well-
Well,
Eat well tonight, motherfucker. I just
Yeah.
want to say thank you for bearing on with us. Now that we're back in the swing of things, we should be now back to more regularly scheduled programs again. Mr. Andy, anything you want me to say? Or?
Yeah, so just OG Magic, Hutch, Mental Defenestration, thank you for the raid. OG Magic, Hutch, Tanji, and the Real Gars, thank you for following. And welcome on to this kind of
Thank you,
madness. World of Erzia on Sunday, 7:30 p.m.
my
Come
goodness.
watch that shenanigans. Obviously, I am your DM for that. You'll have Matt and Ghost here who will be playing. Yeah, come watch that madness as that continues on. But yeah, hope you enjoyed tonight's episode.
I hope you guys did too as my players. And again, thanks to my lovely players. Thank you to my lovely people in chat. Hope you stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Peace.
like.